Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright,
The player Arsenal should sign instead of Thomas Partey. For cheap, good quality football jerseys, go over to www.jerseyfifa.com. They have the new season's jerseys available from just $25, and they have retro jerseys as well. A link to the website will be in the description below, and if you use the coupon code ATLANTISFOOTBALL, you'll get 5% off. Before the video starts, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications. You can check out some of my other videos after this one linked in the description below, and I've also started a fantasy football league. The league pin will be on screen now, so you can use that to join through the official fantasy football app. So Arsenal have been heavily linked with Atletico Madrid's Thomas Partey for some time now. However, I don't think Arsenal should sign the Ghanaian international for two main reasons. Firstly, he will likely cost around £40 million, which is a massive proportion of Arsenal's budget, and would leave them with less to spend on other vital areas. Secondly, Partey is also 27 now, which isn't old, but I do think Arsenal should be targeting players under 25 where possible, as this will allow them to build a squad to be coming into their peak in the next 5 years, which is a similar transfer strategy to the likes of Dortmund and Leipzig. Arsenal do need a player like Partey who can play in a midfield double pivot alongside Dani Ceballos in either a 4-2-3-1 or a 5-2-3 system. The player needs to be a defensive improvement on Granit Xhaka in terms of their athleticism and ability to break up the play. A player who can progress the ball forward into the final third using their passing or dribbling ability is also preferred, as well as a player who is good on the ball with his back to goal when the opposition press aggressively. Instead of signing Partey for big money on big wages, I think they should target Toulouse's IBRAHIM SANGARE. SANGARE is 22 years old and was relegated from Ligue 1 with Toulouse last season, which combined with the fact that he has just 1 year left on his contract means that Arsenal could snap him up for as little as £10 million. SANGARE can be best described as an all-round central midfielder, able to play as a box-to-box midfielder, a ball winner or a deep line playmaker. He can also play in a number of positions in the midfield, either in the deep single pivot as a regista type, in a midfield double pivot, or in a three-man midfield ahead of a single pivot, or as a wide central midfielder in a diamond midfield. This versatility is extremely valuable and something that Thomas Partey would have brought as well. He's a very good one-on-one defender against players dribbling at him through the centre of the pitch, which allows him to stop counter-attacks in a way that Xhaka and Ceballos cannot. This tackling ability can be seen as in Ligue 1 last season he completed 1.99 tackles per 90 minutes when adjusted for possession, which when compared to every central midfielder in Europe's top 5 leagues saw him rank in the 78th percentile or the top 22%. His tackles to dribble pass ratio of 38% was also impressive, seeing him rank in the 81st percentile for that metric. He isn't as good an interceptor as he is a tackler, although his numbers are still solid for this metric, as he completes 1.09 interceptions per 90 when adjusted for possession, ranking in the 45th percentile. This suggests that SANGARE would be excellent at playing the role of the deepest midfielder in the Arsenal press, leaving Ceballos to push up the field to join an aggressive press, while SANGARE sits deeper, looking to break up the play if the opposition bypass Arsenal's front line. However, SANGARE isn't just a defensive-minded midfielder as I specified at the start, he's also a very good creative force as well. Playing deep in midfield, he has to be very press resistant, which means he's good at retaining possession when under pressure. He is 6'3" and has a powerful dribbling style, able to turn away from the opposition players and use his dribbling ability to progress the ball up the pitch, in a similar fashion to how Thomas Partey can progress the attack. Last season he completed 1.53 dribbles per 90, ranking in the 79th percentile. However, I do think that SANGARE is a better passer off the ball than Partey. He has an excellent range of passing, able to switch the play from deep positions out wide, which is incredibly useful when looking to transition the attack quickly and catch the opposition out of positions in their defensive system. This progressive passing can be seen as last season he made 5.13 passes into the final third per 90, which ranked in the 77th percentile across Europe. SANGARE is also a threat when in the final third, able to create chances as well. He has a vision to see an opening for a through ball to split the opposition back line, and has the composure to play a laid back side-footed pass to find the attacker's run more often than not. This can be seen as he has an expected assist rate of 0.07 per 90 minutes, which ranks in the 55th percentile when compared to other central midfielders in Europe. But how does SANGARE stack up statistically against a more expensive Thomas Partey? Well, just from watching both players, I think it's fair to say that based on current ability, Partey is the better of the two, as an industrious box-to-box midfielder. Statistically, we can see the difference in ability between the two players. Partey and Sangare both rank incredibly highly for tackles, with both ranking in the 80th percentile or higher when it comes to their tackle ratio. Sangare does put in more tackles overall, but this largely comes down to the better defensive unit that Partey plays in Atleti, which leaves him having to put in less tackles throughout a match than Sangare would at Toulouse because he gets less protection when without the ball. Partey is a better progressor off the ball with his dribbles, passes into the final third and progressive distance, all ranking in the 80th percentile or above, though Sangare isn't too far off these numbers, so we can see that they are a similar type of player. The one area statistically that Sangare is better at than Partey is when it comes to chance creating. He has a higher expected assist rate than Partey with 0.07 per 90 compared to the Atletico man's 0.04 per 90. The one major advantage of signing Sangare over Partey is that he's 5 years younger, so has greater longevity and will therefore be Arsenal's central midfielder for the next decade, and has a potential to evolve into a better player than what Partey is right now. So how would I rate Sangare? I'd give the 22-year-old a 6.8 for current ability, just below the Champions League class bracket, though I would expect him to improve dramatically over the next few seasons, as he plays in a better side and system. For comparison, I'd give Partey a 7.6 for current ability, but in terms of potential ability, I think Sangare can develop into a top level central midfielder, which is why I'd give him an 8.5 for potential ability inside the world class bracket. Overall, Sangare would provide the ability to break up the play when Arsenal don't have the ball, and the ability to progress the play when Arsenal's side are in possession. £10 million would be an absolute bargain, as if Sangare was tied down to a longer contract at a bigger club in Europe, he could easily be valued between £40 and £50 million. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video, remember to give it a like and a share if possible, subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications, check out some of my other videos linked in the description below, and for cheap good quality football jerseys, click the link in the description and use the code ATLANTISFOOTBALL for 5% off.